time and time again, Arsenal global fans have been expecting that somehow Arsenal is going to make the English Premier League, having gone 49 games unbeaten in 2004, and also having gone to the finals of the European Champions League, and yet we did not make anything since then. And that is why Satoru said, let your dreams outgrow the shoes of your expectation. I'm talking about expectation. Arsenal globally, they are expecting that this year something marquee is going to be happening at the club. Talking about things happening at the club. Suddenly, we're having our sides being crashed by the sales of Viktor Gyökeres number 14 shirts. Initially, the guy wanted the number 9 shirt, but because Gabriel Jesus is holding on to that shirt at the moment, he's still at the club, he decided to go for a legendary shirt. Even Arsenal officials had to let go of £16 they used in printing and made the number on the jersey. Welcome to another edition of Arsenal Fans Beat, and I have with me my super teammate, Hospi.
Hi.
And Nene.
I'm back, people.
It's good to know that Nene is back, especially because Viktor Gyökeres talking about being back. Now I'm looking at it. Nene, this question comes to you. Do you think that Viktor Gyökeres is the guy that will turn the tides at Arsenal?
It's not. It's a very familiar question. Like, the question already has an answer. The reason why we go for Gyökeres is because we all know that we needed a striker. Every football fan knows that Arsenal needs a striker. And that is why we are so happy with the coming of Gyökeres. Me personally, I didn't really mind. As long as he's a formidable player, a good striker, I do not mind. But having somebody like him into the squad, looking at his goal tally, his goal contributions last season, both for club level and national level, he is the man. I am so happy having him in Arsenal, and I just hope that things go as we wished for. But he definitely is the guy.
Okay, he's definitely the guy for Arsenal. Hospi, now looking at the team we have got Viktor Gyökeres now, Joachim Kai, and also a resurgence, as always, that goes back to injury, Gabriel Jesus. How do you think that Arteta should be able to, bring out his tactical know-how in order to make this work for Arsenal this season?
Fingers crossed. We are still looking out for the final signing, probably. We are still looking for one more signing. Probably the mold of Eze. And Arteta will be exposed to the luxury of players.
Yes, yeah.
And like I said in previous edition, it also helps him to utilize the squad in a better way, especially when they have gotten rid of the tire system. So now it's going to be based on fitness, on form, and also it's going to be rotational. The first 2 seasons we came second. We lost energy. We lost a lot of fluid at the end of the day because the team was fatigued. Last season we were rampaged by injuries and we didn't have capable replacement. There was no depth in squad. But I believe now that we are really having a deepened squad with quality, not only players, we're not only looking at the numbers, we're not only looking at the quantity, but quality comes in here. Because almost all of the new signings we've had, except for Norgard and Kepa, all of them can easily start in that Arsenal lineup. And even Norgard, watching him in preseason, he was exceptional as well. So we're not just signing for signing's sake. And I'm sure the luxury will be there for Arteta to be rotating the squad to keep the squad fit, because we have a lot of matches to play this coming season.
Okay, having a lot of matches to play this season now, we're looking at the left side of the team. Where we have what's called Trossard, we have Martinelli. But somehow we locked in this guy coming in, not bad, even though he hasn't started training. But the truth of the matter is that he can play on that left side. I've seen him play for the 3 Lions of England in the national team. Now, if you are to make a pick from that aspect, who do you think? Because we don't have that luxury to keep 3 players on one week.
Yeah.
So who do you think should stay or go?
Oh, it's a tight one. Madueke is good, but honestly,
But you cannot get the 52 million pounds player.
Exactly. But looking at the ratio of the three of them, looking at Madueke last season, is not that far off than Martinelli. It's just that he's in Chelsea. They are good players there, but the expectation from Chelsea last season is not that high as it is from Arsenal last season. The pressure of the coming second the past 2 seasons, and Chelsea are playing in the Conference League. We play with teams that are not really that high level. Even if you look, I know in the Club World Cup, but even at that, Madueke wasn't in that squad. So I can't really rate Madueke that higher than both Martinelli and Trossard. But I am fed up with both of them, honestly, both Martinelli and Trossard. At this point, I do not care who is going or who is staying. Yes, Martinelli has his good qualities. He can run, but his 1v1 is very poor, and I hate that because you see clear chances for him to just raise up his head. I remember last season in the studio, I usually beg him that Martinelli, please step up today. He never did, and it's frustrating.
He never had you.
I really don't mind who is leaving. Trossard has his own good qualities as well. He's a very good finisher, but at some point last season he lost those churches. And this is not the team. This is not the time for us to be figuring things out with players. You either perform or you get out.
Let me help out the decision making here. With Martinelli, there is room for improvement. Trossard is 30 plus now, and he's over the top. He is declining. There is no room for improvement for Trossard anymore.
So
yes, and Madueke, unfortunately, probably you've not been watching the Three Lions matches. Madueke is a very functional player who can play on both wings.
Yeah.
And the difference between him and Martinelli is that he is more direct than Martinelli.
Yeah.
And he beats players, leaves players in his wake, and just. I think the only aspect of his game he needs to improve on is his final touch. The decision making, whether to pass or to shoot for goal, and how accurate that pass is. For me, I'll happily let Trossard go and just ring in the young players because, like I said, Martinelli has room for improvement, and I also believe that if he has competition, it's going to spur him on. And if we have a very deadly left-sided midfielder, central midfielder, Xhaka really got the best out of Martinelli. If you can really think well.
Yeah. That was his best season.
He got the best out of Martinelli. If we can have somebody who performs at that level, even more than that, and I believe with the players that we've signed, apart from the physical aspect, technically, they could be better than even Xhaka. So probably we can have the best out of that.
Probably. At least Madueke can raise up his head. Unlike
Yep.
Okay, nice one. So we've decided here. I told the same line with you. Talking about the age level. Trossard should be the one we need to sacrifice. If you have any clubs that are coming in for him. Okay, now there's something that's brewing in Arsenal that I don't know whether other fans they've been able to take note of, is the love, the sense of camaraderie that ensues in Arsenal. And one of the key ones that have taken my heart is the way when the player is signing for the club, either taken rights, a letter to the player, or the players write, especially Martin Odegaard,
the captain.
Right? So the one that caught my attention basically is that of Mikel Merino to Zubimendi. He said that we've been winning since playing together. And I'm telling you that the club you're coming to is a fully good club and you love it here, and I hope we'll be able to win trophies together. And the one that really got me going, and I felt that Arsenal did not do a wrong thing in getting the signature of Viktor Gyökeres, is when Martin Odegaard said, it's unfortunate I'm not there to receive you. He said, but I believe that we're going to win trophies together. And he said, ask me for anything you want. He said, you show that the guy knows what you want.
He knows what
he said,
here
what
for.
I just want is just let me assist. So more assist.
Yeah, I'm also happy with that.
So this love, how can you, I'm coming back to you with this question, how can you translate this kind of love that ensues between players, coaches, sporting director in the club? Where do you think it's going to take this club to? Arsenal?
I think this is the backdrop of the change in culture at the club that Arteta initiated, talking about what happened in the locker room, what happened to the lives of players. And he wanted to rubber stamp that, and unfortunately, Aubameyang was a victim who was always throwing away. And as a captain, he should be the leader. People are looking up to him. And if you can recall, since Arteta came to Arsenal, there is no preseason or end of season that players are not getting married. He's very deliberate about that. He's very fussy. He believes that if you are married, you'll be able to spend more time at home. You'll be able to concentrate on your career. You'll be less distracted. Remember that the issue Partey was having, I don't know if he was married before, but if you can look at the timestamp, when Partey when there was the accusation of the rape incident, they said the media was a little bit tight-lipped about that because of the laws in the UK. They knew it was about Partey, but they could not recognize him, like identify him directly. You can remember that just after that, he went on to marry, I think, a Moroccan, and he even changed his religion to, So you could be thinking if he was married before, some of these things might not have even trickled up.
Yeah.
So Arteta has been trying to stabilize the players mentally and socially to prepare them for what happens on match days. And so that family, bonding has increased, and it will continue to increase. And that's the one major thing why I feel like players feel attracted to come out to Arsenal. It looks like a very attractive sport because they feel the love, they feel the care, they feel like they belong now. And looking at the way players have been welcoming others, wrapping their arms around them, it's very unique. And it doesn't just stop with new players, incoming players. It also goes down to our academy players. You see the academy players who are on the first team preseason tour, they've been really looked after in a very good way by the, I would say, senior statesmen in the team. So yeah, this is just like the output of what Arteta has been doing in the background, trying to fuse the team together in many diverse ways.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually agree with him. Adding to what he said, you see that even sometimes the preseason, or we heard about the Dubai trip, I think it was last season, Arteta even requests for their families to be with them.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
And that is beautiful. Even the players' wife, they feel belong.
Yeah.
I normally follow Gabriel and some other Arsenal players. You see their wives, their kids putting on the jerseys, singing the chants, and attending matches. Even the wives, the girlfriends, they're all in group chats, bonding together. It unites the players. You see Martin Odegaard's wedding, his teammates, everybody was there. They book vacations together, and that is really good for the club, because if they have better relationship between themselves, the chemistry will extend to the pitch.
Exactly.
And that is good, and it will also extend to us, the fans. You see, back 3-4 years back, the relationship between the fans and the players were caution.
Yep.
But now the bridge is there. We are finding our way back together, if we're not already back together, and it's really good. The acceptance, every player wants to come in. Our rival fans are upset because of the way Arsenal fans brag a lot, and that is good for our fans. That is good for our players, because when the players come in, they want to be part of the team and they feel the love. Even look at Viktor Gyökeres; he's just coming in. He hasn't even played a game for the team, but he's exactly. But now the club website is even in chaos, in chaos because of how much people want to get his number behind their back. So it's really good, the relationship, everything that Mikel has been doing.
Anyways, talking of that's the next one. You mean that the culture is going to take us to the next level of start winning things. And that's why our expectation also here as Arsenal fans is that we keep on doing the same thing, good things that we need to do in order to take our club to the next level. Don't forget, it's still the Arsenal Fans Guild, and you can follow us on all our social media handles. On Facebook, it is Arsenal Fans Guild, and on Instagram, it is Arsenal_fansbeat2. And on TikTok, it is Arsenal Fansbeat. Please follow us, and we'll keep thanking you for helping us to reach the 1K subscribers. Now, the next one that's going to come now is you mentioned something that you are looking out for the last market signing, which is a very cheesy. But somehow, do you think Arsenal is stalling because Crystal Palace are not giving up? They said they want the payment to be made in 2 installments. That is where Arsenal is stalling at the moment. But Arsenal is looking out for 3 installments. If Ebere Cheze is the player that we want, knowing Andre better and his tactical way of doing stuff, do you think that we'll have the capacity of merging this transaction and getting across the line?
We more than have the capacity. I was listening into some channels from yesterday and this morning. The signing of Eze is not hinged on us selling players to recoup money to pay for his deal. It's separate. And I was listening also to Gunnar talk this morning, and Tom was saying, apart from signing Eze, if any one of the Martinelli or Trossard exits, we will be bound to replace to replace them. So for me, I think it comes back to say Arsenal is doing what I call a perfect tactical market strategy. Now, they are not rushing in the Eze deal. They are taking their time. But what will happen is that in the nick of time, towards the end of the transfer window, there will be a flurry of activities. And when Crystal Palace realizes that Eze doesn't want to play for them anymore, they'll be bound to sell. And because they'll be bound to sell, they'll be compelled to compromise at some point to the offers that Arsenal has made. There will be a meeting point.
That is an ideal situation. But what about if, okay, let's take for example, go back to what happened between Sporting Lisbon, Arsenal and United. Varandas had already convinced United to come and say, Arsenal is not serious, so just come. If Viktor Gyökeres hasn't stood his ground and said it is Arsenal or nothing, would have lost that transaction.
I think it's the same because Spurs made an offer for him. He said he's not going. He said he only wants Arsenal. So don't forget that this is a boyhood Arsenal fan. He was at the club. We released him unfortunately, but he still intends to come back, probably to make up for the past, for us not trusting him. He wants to show us what he has turned into. And I believe that with the pressure that will come from the player and also with the timeline hitting on the door, I was listening this morning again to Tom, and he was saying the Crystal Palace manager is a little bit frustrated. He said he was promised players. No player has walked through the door. They have he has 17 outfield players in training right now. He's praying that no one leaves the club. But if anyone should leave, at least if that one person leaves, they can be able to get 4 players from that transaction. So let's hope. And also in the team photo shoot and documentary for Crystal Palace, I understood that Eze was not part of it. And he's their star player from last season. Yeah. Why was he omitted? It might just take time. There are some transfers that deliberately it just gets picked at the end of the transfer window. So let's just
I think he's playing more better than Fabrizio because he's thinking of negotiating for Arsenal.
Okay, so tell me, do you think that the arrival of Ebere Cheze will add to the sauce that Arsenal is doing this season?
Absolutely. Eze is a fantastic player. And I'm happy that the squad is going to have a squad depth, because when you look at the bench, you'll be like, wow, whoever is coming in is going to make a difference. We lacked that last season due to injuries and stuff. So imagine having Saka playing up and a defender has been dealing with striker and Saka gets sub, having Eze in. It will be impressive, it will be massive, it will be good for Arsenal. And I'm happy with the way the business is going. We are actually I don't know whether it's intentional or not, but we are going for players that choose us, that wants to be in the team, that wants to be in the family. And that is beautiful because if you want the club, it means when you come in, you are going to do everything and anything for this club to succeed. That is really, really good for business. It's good for football as well. So I know that Eze is going to be a big impact. Because last season there was no Saka. We struggled a lot. We all want a Saka back up.
And for me, apart from the new players coming in, the team, the backroom team has done an exceptional job by tying down players to long-term contracts in terms of renewal. Exactly.
You know, sometimes we were crying about it. How should we wait until people run down their contract? Okay, now the last question I'm going to be posing to us now is, what do we expect from Viktor Gyökeres when it comes to the number of goals this season from you or Steve before we beat our final farewell to our audience?
For me, it'll be exceptional. I'll set a basic limit for him, at least 20 goals in the Premier League, and in all competitions, 25 to 30 goals will not be a bad return, but I also want to help in lowering the expectations of fans. The hype is too much about him. People will want Gyökeres to be scoring in every match, which could not be possible. There will be bad days. Let's just give him this warm welcome, help him to settle down, get his head down, and hopefully start by scoring from his debut. That will really boost his confidence. For me, for strikers, they're just looking out for that one starter. The first goal that goes into that net opens the doors for them. It gives them a lot of confidence. And once that happens, I expect Gyökeres to be hitting the back of the net for fun.
Wow. You've had it 20 to 25 goals in the Premier League, 20 goals, and overall between 25 and 30. And then
I agree with him in going for no pressure, actually. I don't want any pressure on him. Yes, the hype, the fee, his record and everything will bring a lot of pressure. Rival fans are already hoping for him to fail. But I just want Arsenal fans to be patient. Bad days might come. But I'm looking for 20 goals in Premier League as well, and maybe more in all competition. If he gets enough game like the Champions League, Carabao Cup and FA Cup, maybe.
He might not play the Carabao Cup. He might not.
He might not.
He might not.
No.
Yes,
I don't expect him.
I don't expect him to play the Carabao Cup, except otherwise. Well, probably
bigger opponents, big games.
Yeah, well, probably when the competition gets towards the business end, you might start featuring the. But I don't really expect him to be featuring the Carabao Cup.
No, I do one, but
for a player that chose against all odds and say, because whether you like it or not, United is United. For a player to say, and he has a coach that he had played under, and say, coach, it is Arsenal or nothing. It means that this guy knows his onion and he knows what he wants. And he'll go for the killer. So, guys in the comment section, let us know what your view. How many goals do you think that Viktor Gyökeres is going to score this season for Arsenal in his first season, considering the kind of confidence he has shown us? So, you have something to say to the fans globally? End of this.
Yes, I would say let's continue supporting this Arsenal team. It's a dream come true, and don't falter. Provocations will come. A Netflix series next season. But always tell people, like for example, in the Premier League, there are 20 teams. Only one team gets to get a crown. So are you saying the 19 teams failed? If they failed, okay, we are all failures. But we are happy that we are getting closer and closer and closer. Yes. We just need a little bit of luck to get over the line, and hopefully this season we'll be able to nick in some trophies. Arsenal fans, I can see the cameraman laughing, a United man. And I was just asking him. Yes, he's the newest father in town. I told him to name his child Gyökeres. He was like, no, I can do it, but the baby will come naturally. We know what's happening. It will be like the Beckham and his son situation. The son is supporting Arsenal. Beckham is a United legend.
That has actually happened with his eldest child.
Yes.
She chose Arsenal over
Arsenal.
United.
All right, that's a family thing. We'll get there. Thank you.
Okay, then from your end. Well, that's what
The chairman has said it all. You know, you can really tell that he's the chairman of Arsenal Sierra Leone, compelling you guys to be patient and trophy will come. Just relax, keep the hope, keep the fire burning, cheer for the players, keep supporting. We'll definitely get the trophies. Is this season or none? So I can't say goodbye without doing this. I really can't.
Why they did this? We're also encouraging you that wherever you are across the globe within Sierra Leone, and you know you're good at punditry, you know at giving analysis, the studio is open to you. This is what we are doing here at Arsenal Sierra Leone. You see the number on the list, you see the email. Don't forget, just send us an email, and we'll give you an opportunity to come here and showcase what you got.
It's not only about Arsenal.
It's all about Arsenal because we're also talking about United, Chelsea, Bournemouth City, what have you.
Whatever team you support,
Just come.
you have a spot here.
Thank you. So until then, from me, from us, from the net, it is come on, you guys.